YouTube, welcome to my book nook. Okay, so this is my very first video and it's a book review. Just so you know, my channel is going to be dedicated to books because I love books. There will be more book reviews, books that I plan on reading, library hauls, bookstore hauls, books that I recommend. I don't know, maybe we could start kind of like a book discussion thing on YouTube. I don't know. I'm ahead of myself here. So, okay, back to what I'm supposed to be doing. I am going to review the book, The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. So, my friends recommended this book to me. They are in a psychology class at my school, and they are required to read The Glass Castle. So my friends were like, oh, it's amazing, read it. And I also saw that it was on the New York Times bestseller list for a really long time. So I was like, okay, there's all this hype about this book, I have to read it. So I got it from the library, and the first 2 chapters, I'm reading it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, page after page, I'm barely making it through. And I'm like, this is terrible, and I don't know why. But then, I don't know, all of a sudden it got me. It captured me and wanted me to keep reading. So just a very, very brief plot summary. The book is basically about Jeanette Walls growing up. It starts, first chapter, she's in her adult years, and then the chapters after that, it's her childhood, and then as she grows up. So you grow up with her, and she has to grow up with a father who's an alcoholic and a mother who has very unconventional ideas of living and parenting and all that stuff. So you have to grow up. You have to grow up with Jeanette with this, and she has to go through this. And she also has to live in poverty. And you learn how Jeanette deals and struggles with that. And basically, Jeanette has these big dreams and goals for herself. And she's such a hard and dedicated worker that she works so hard to achieve her dreams. And she tries really hard to achieve her dreams. And the book is, you just go along with her on her life's journey. This book is really good at demonstrating the American dream. I think a little bit more of a modern American dream, because this book, she's not very old. So this book is just a very modern take on the American dream, starting off in poverty and then really making something of your life. So I think that book is a good example of the American dream. I think this book also is a good reminder of us to be thankful for the things that we often take for granted. I know for myself, I take for granted so many things on my basic living, like my heavenly bookshelf behind me, like couldn't live without that. Like sometimes I take things like that for granted, and this reminded me to not take that, or a hot shower, or anything for granted, because people don't have that. It also reminded me that while we are concerned with serving people in third world countries who are suffering from poverty, and that's awesome that we're helping them, we also need to remember to take care of our own brothers and sisters in our community, because there are people who are less fortunate than us. So that reminded me of that. And this book just, I don't know, it really captivated me. It had a very up and down sort of take. You know, one second everything's good, the next second everything's bad. But Jeanette had a very, I think, an optimistic writing style, so when you're down, you wanted to read to the up part. So yeah, I love this book. I'd give it a 5 out of 5 stars. And yes, that's all I have to say about the book. I want you to read it. I recommend that you read it. I encourage you to read it. I cannot stress enough how important I think this is to read. So if you want to see maybe a bit more in-depth and writing out of my book review, down below I have my Tumblr link. So if you want to go check out my Tumblr, you can read about the book review on there. I typed it up, not word for word this, but just my own thing. And also I have my Twitter, so you guys should follow me down there. I just started it. I have 1 follower. So yeah, you should follow me on there, and I will tweet when I finish a book, when when something's on YouTube, etc. And also you should subscribe so you can get a more detailed thing. Also, feel free to comment below if you have any suggestions, questions, comments, whatever. Or you can message me. I really want to try to message everyone back if you have questions about the book. Okay, and then right now I'm currently reading Haiti Big Sky, Haiti or Hattie, I'm not sure, unfortunately. It won a award, not reward. So I'm reading it 80 pages in, so far so good, so that'll be my next book review, so stay tuned for that, and please check out the other links I've provided, subscribe, comment, whatever else you want to do. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye.